Hey everyone, welcome back to Taproot TV. I'm Benny Hughes and I'm here today with Barb Carr, and we are going to tell you about, to me, what's one of the most exciting tracks at the summit, because there's something for everyone in this track. And that's the soft skills track. And Barb, you've worked on this track for years.
Yes.
And kind of tell us a little bit about, what your thought pattern is when you're putting these sessions together for this track.
Sure. We used to call it the work-life balance track.
Yeah.
And so we would have just some topics of interest that for our professionals that come to the conference, just to make their life easier, both in work and in life. So over time, we've changed the name to the soft skills track because soft skills are important.
They are.
Things about like listening skills and understanding ourselves better.
Yeah,
Those
exactly.
are just good skills to have.
Yeah, and you're going to get a little more idea about what that's like when we tell you a little bit about some of these sessions that are in the track, because the name is a little odd. I mean, soft skills, and it almost makes it sound like it's not as important. It is extremely important. Mm-hmm. These skills are so, they're the things that help amplify your daily work life.
Speaking of,
we should just start with that.
Yes.
We've got a guy, Vincent.
We do have a guy.
Vincent Phipps, and he is basically, amplification is just a key word for him, and he's got 2 sessions in this summit.
He does, and they both are called Amplify. Mm-hmm. Amplify your presentation and amplify your listening skills. So Vincent is just a great all-around person. He's overcome a lot of adversity in life, and he's learned a lot of things to share with us. And last year, I attended his session, and I just came away so inspired and so feeling so much more empowered to understand myself better, understand the people that I work with better.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to both of his presentations next year.
Yeah, absolutely. His presentations, first, they're inspiring. Second, they're energizing.
Yes.
And third, you walk away with new skills that you can use in your everyday life. And for people who are managers or, in investigations, you do have to present. So let's amplify those skills to be able to present better, and let's learn to amplify that listening so that when you're doing those investigations, you can do that. The interviewing aspect of it is going to be much better. So Stephanie has a interesting topic.
She really does. It's called, her topic, or her session is going to be called "Don't Be Dazed and Confused." Can you guess what that might be about?
I tell you what, it's a great topic because it's very current and changing.
Yes, it pertains to the legalization of marijuana in a lot of states, and the challenges that come with that in our workforce. So I was talking to her about this morning, and she gave me a quick summary that it's about CBD and marijuana in the workplace and how employers navigate legality. So,
and that's hard. Yeah, that's very hard when it's so much of it's being legalized. And she was telling me about some things I'd never even heard of. Oh. So sounds like the things out there that people can legally ingest can be real problems in the workplace. Yeah. And how do you deal with that? How you navigate that is so important. I know that Marcus Miller is very passionate about consequences side of things, whether it's discipline or whether just when people get in trouble for what they've done or what they've been involved with, whether it's their fault or not. And so he's got the enforcement spectrum and positive consequences.
Yes, he does. And a lot of times our workers get in trouble because our supervisors are not enforcing the right behaviors. So Marcus will be talking about that, how to incentivize.
We're going to amplify and incentivize in this track.
Your workforce with positive feedback. So a lot of times we get really busy at work, and we're managing a workforce, and there's a production schedule, and things have to get done. So we allow our employees to take shortcuts and our workers to take shortcuts. Well, we know from some speakers in the past that have, like Candace Carnahan taking a shortcut, walking across some conveyor belts and falling and
Life-changing.
losing her leg. Yeah. And the workers do it because the supervisors are not enforcing the right behaviors because they have to get things done.
Yeah.
So that's just one example, but Marcus
Absolutely.
will bring a lot more and a lot more ideas to improve those types of things.
Absolutely, because like, Mark always says, we want to not normalize deviation, we want to normalize excellence.
Yes.
And this is something that will help do that.
Perfect.
This one, I love the names in these things. Michelle Lindsay doing Culture Eats Processed for Breakfast. How Taproot serves up a positive culture buffet.
That sounds really like a powerful session, and
And it looks like it's right after lunch.
Yeah. So that's always good to have a dynamic speaker after lunch, because that is a hard slot to fill. But she'll be bringing a lot of great ideas. Workplace culture is so important to safety, and
it's tough.
Yes, it's very
to
tough.
get the right culture. And she's been involved in a lot of that over her years of experience.
She has a lot of experience with Taproot, and she's going to bring that to us, talk about how Taproot can lead to a better culture.
I love that title. Rick Hulse is going to be designing a roadmap to success. That's going to be a breakout session this year, and it's something that has been very popular. We've winded up our summit with this session over the last 3 years, I guess. And so he's going to do it as a breakout session this year, and it's something that really helps you build a fantastic program at your company. There's structure to it. You know your path forward. You know what to put in place to keep that improvement happening at your company. And so he's going to do that session. And then Barb Carr. Barb Carr is going to do psychology behind root cause analysis. And the title of that one too just really grasps you, because and I know this is going to be a fantastic session because that is your background, is psychology and teaching root cause analysis. So I just think it's going to be fantastic wind up to the summit session.
Yeah.
So
thank you. I think it'll be fun. A lot of times when we think about psychology and root cause analysis, we have to really think about the field of psychology when you are talking about behavioral scientists, and when they are coming up with they don't really peg cause and effect as quickly as safety professionals.
Yeah.
Like a safety professional like that be like, this is what caused this incident, but behavioral psychologists really take it through a lot of hypothesis testing and figuring out, and even then they are not as quick to come to a conclusion on cause and effect. So we need to look at this under the lens of Taproot and how Taproot can help us get out of some of those traps in the psychology behind root cause analysis. And I just love this topic. I'm looking forward to researching that a little bit more and bringing some really good information.
It's going to be very dynamic. And as you can see from these titles in these sessions, soft is kind of it's a little misleading. These are tough topics.
They really are.
These are not soft. These are tough topics. These are very valuable topics. And so what's really great is when you go to sign up for the summit, one of the things that you'll see is there are all these different tracks that you can sign up for. And so a lot of them are very specific, but very often you may have already seen one of those sessions, or you just may want to pull out of that topic for just a little while, and these are some topics you can go into. Or you can pick this track just solely on its own. As you see, it's got very robust topics in it.
Yeah, sure.
So you want to speak briefly about the keynotes, and then we'll wind up?
Oh, sure. We have a great lineup of keynote speakers again for 2022, including Inky Johnson. His topic is "You Can't Be Stopped When Truly Inspired." There's Ken Futch, who's a comedian and a very talented storyteller for kind of the lighter side of things, because some of our topics can be very heavy, so we want to keep a good balance there.
Exactly.
There's Klaus Rose, who's going to talk about what senior managers want from root cause analysis. It's very important to know. Joseph Aucoin, the need for senior leadership to listen and respond to signals that indicate unacceptable risk.
Great keynotes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then Kirstie Ennis, she was a U.S. Marine Corps sergeant, and she's going to talk about don't accept limitations. That sounds like a really
good way to
wrap
wind up. Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect way to wind up. So as you can see, there's so much to choose from at the summit. So when is the summit? It's May 2nd through the 6th.
Yes.
Knoxville, Tennessee. It's turned into one of the favorite locations for our clients to come to.
It is a really good location.
It is a perfect location and a perfect time of year to be here in Knoxville. So start signing up. The registration is good to go on our website. We're going to keep pushing out information about the summit all along. If you're not getting information from us, we have a newsletter, and that's one of the greatest places to find out anything about Taproot. So you can go to our website and sign up at taproot.com. There's a little pop-up on about every page.
Just about every page, yeah.
That says, subscribe to our newsletter and join with basically 500,000 other folks.
That's right.
So it's great stuff. Thank you for joining us today. Keep following us on all of our social media platforms. Subscribe to our channel and hit any notification bells you can see just so you can get all of the information as it comes out every week. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Barb.
Thank you.